Hello, I'm Laura McCarry at The Hidden Edge with another tea break tip on how to use business models and tools to help you manage your growing business. Today we're looking at Torrance and Safter's creative incubation model. Paul Torrance and Tammy Safter developed a list of creative thinking skills by looking at different individuals throughout history who demonstrated high creative achievements. They looked at their behaviours which might have led to those achievements. The list includes the obvious, such as problem solving, considering many alternatives, flexibility, original thought, synthesizing information, being open, visualization, contextualization, and perspective. More importantly, though, they looked at how leaders can encourage creative thinking in their environments. There are 3 stages to their creative incubation model. Stage 1 is heighten anticipation. Stage 2, deepen expectations. And 3, extending the learning. So let's have a look at what their model looks like. Stage 1, heighten anticipation. In the first stage, what could also be called the warm-up or the hook is the facilitator's role to get the explorer or the learner excited about the subject matter. This is where the explorer will make personal connections to the subject matter of what is being explored. And the goal for the facilitator in this stage is to create a desire to know, heighten the expectation or the anticipation, get attention, arouse curiosity, tickle the imagination, give purpose and motivation to the learning. As a facilitator, how do you do this? What does the environment need to look like? What do you need to do in order to engage each and every one of the team involved in exploring a new idea? Stage 2, deepen expectations. In this stage, the intrinsic motivation to explore that was developed in stage 1 is sustained by a variety of cognitive and emotional experiences, the purpose of which is to further engage the explorer with the content, allowing them to discover the topic more intensively. This is where the explorer takes ownership of the topic and brings their own personal meaning to it. A problem might be defined and action taken. The explorer is encouraged to look beyond the surface of the problem and to dig deeper, to discover things that might otherwise have been missed in order to develop solutions that can be later applied. In stage 2, Torrance and Safter use metaphors to describe the way that the learner is to process the content being taught. Dig deeper. Diagnose difficulties and integrate known and unknown information, elaborate and use divergent thinking. Look twice, evaluate, and then re-evaluate the information that you're gathering. Listen for smells. In our environment that is very much laptop or computer orientated, we miss out on so much other information that we gather through our senses because we're only using sight for that. Think about listening, think about smelling, think about touching. What about kinesthetics? Cross out mistakes. Make guesses, check them, correct them, modify. Make out where the best solutions might be made even better. Cut holes to see through. Summarize. Get to the essence. Discard what's not useful. Cut corners. Avoid useless information and make mental leaps to new insights. Get into deep water. Being overwhelmed by complexity. Search for unanswered questions. Include taboo topics. Become deeply absorbed in the subject matter. Get out of locked doors. Solve the unsolvable. Open up to new possibilities. Go beyond more and better of the same. Learners may use one or many of the above processes to uncover new ideas, make new connections, and to explore unexpected opportunities. It is important to remember that learning within this stage is not meant to be the start and then progress through a set of objectives to an endpoint, but rather to start and then follow wherever it takes you, wherever the experience takes you. The learning may be experienced differently by individuals depending on their own motivation, personal experiences, and personal preferences. Stage 3, extend the learning, keep it going. The purpose of stage 3 is to focus on the additional creative strategies to further engage the learning and the exploring, so that the engagement and motivation carries through and the explorers are encouraged to continue. The bulk of the instruction is meant to spark incubation by setting up learning experiences that lay the foundation for intrinsically inspired further exploration. Again, Torrance and Safter use metaphors to characterize the way that the learner processes that information. Having a ball, have fun, use humor, be playful. Sing in one's own key, making connection, personalizing information, and using a schema to relate to the content. Build sandcastles. Use imagination and fantasy. Look for ideals. Play around with the idea. Plug in the sun. Identify and use all available resources. Shake hands with tomorrow. Relate to future visions. The main objective of using this model is to deliver both content, topic knowledge and skills and creative knowledge and skills to have the learner focus on the activities intense enough to sustain engagement after the formal part of the session has been completed. So that's Torrance and Safter's lists broken down into their 3 stages. Have a go. Assess what you are doing to allow creative opportunities in your workplace. Download the templates from the Hidden Edge website, and whilst you're there, do share any creative activities that you've been involved in or that you found useful for yourself in the past. Sharing those stories makes it great for everybody to learn from others' experiences. Until next tea break time, enjoy the rest of this one.